So I'm Danny McKee. I'm president of KEE Construction. I'm also the treasurer of the Ken and Nancy McKee Foundation because we're actually representing two organizations, I think, today.
Yeah.
And this is Tim McKee, my brother. Um, he's president too of construction for KEE Construction. This is Kevin Snedden. He's our chief estimator for KEE Construction, and we have, of course, the infamous Al Sizemore.
Infamous.
He's our senior project manager,
Yeah.
commercial project manager for KEE Construction as well. Our other siblings couldn't make it today, Jeff and Kenny and Sherry and Mark. So
Slacking.
We're here representing the two hats.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate all that you guys do, both in KEE Construction and supporting with us. I was just over there yesterday. I know that this has been a long time project, and just so grateful for you guys and your hard work and dedication and humor and just joy that you have in the project. And definitely just love and appreciate the Ken and Nancy McKee Foundation and the ways that you support the rescue mission and just the community overall. One of the things that we talked about yesterday afternoon when I saw the picture in y'all's boardroom is that phrase that you have under KEE Construction, and it talks about relationships. Share
Right.
a little bit more about why relationship is important to KEE Construction.
Okay. Well, the sign you saw in our conference room, that's actually our original, the first framed document of KEE Construction. So of course,
Wow.
we came up with a slogan, and it is building relationships. For us, one project at a time. But the way we look at it is, we're part of a community. We understand that the things that we do, not only for work but in life, it is really all about relationships. In terms of KEE Construction, we work locally. We don't travel for work, so we count on people when we're done with the project, that they're going to refer us to somebody else and so forth. And, just like any relationship, right? Not everything goes as planned all the time.
Yeah.
We're in construction. A lot of times we're not the ones, or I know I'm not ever the one swinging the hammer. So we have a lot of folks swing hammers. We have a lot of folks that represent KEE. There's a lot of folks that, we touch on a daily basis. I would say well over 100 people a day are out working with us and trying to promote our company and work with our clients. So, even when things don't go right, we're there, we work through it, we try to make our clients happy, and we move on. And I think just relationship building is a part of all aspects of your life and everything you do. I know it is, for the foundation. We do a lot of promotion for the Ken and Nancy McKee Foundation. A lot of people say, well, you do a lot of promoting and a lot of branding for your foundation, and we're like, well, we're trying to raise money. I mean, we want people to know what we do with our money. We know that we're donating money to the rescue mission, not because we're trying to get kudos for that. We want people to see that we're raising money that goes to a good cause, things that provide services to the city of Winchester and other localities and so forth. So we feel it's important. We get a lot of publicity through some of the other organizations, but we also help individual folks that you might not hear about. The people that might have come up with some type of illness where they can't pay their medical bills, or they can't keep the heat on in their house, or those are the things that we're more subtle about and more sensitive to. But we do a lot, and we reach out to those folks. We do our fundraisers yearly, and sometimes things come full circle for us. And again, it's a relationship building, right? So it all comes back to the community. It all comes back to the folks that need help. And a lot of times those folks that need help, they do a lot better later on, right? So those are the ones that we see come back and help us too. So it's in terms of volunteering or just from financial donations. So that's kind of the premise of the building relationships one thing at a time, because it's important to us because, we travel 30 minutes out of Winchester to do work. A lot of the folks that work with us, they've worked over the mountain. They've worked in Northern Virginia. They didn't like the hustle and bustle. So we have a lot of great tradesmen that work with us that have done that for 20 years over the mountain. So it's important for us to keep a local grasp of relationships and business people and so forth. So it's all just about community and doing the right thing.
Yeah. I love that. One of the things that I'm particularly grateful for, especially within our Valley Avenue project, is you guys have quite literally gone to bat for us to try to get the absolute best deals for us from our subcontractors, and I'm just so grateful for all of you guys in the roles that you have played to help make that happen. You guys, I think each of you has been a long time community member, and I've asked a couple of people who sat here on the bench, what would you say in your opinion is one of your favorite things about this community, either professionally or personally? What would you say is one of your favorite things that you've experienced in this area?
I mean, I think from our standpoint, is just there's a lot of great people in this community.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of giving people. It takes a lot for me to get shocked anymore, but a lot of times I'll be shocked even sometimes about the things that happen and things that folks do for us, not only through it's just the foundation, but even at work. I mean, everybody always has their hand out wanting to help. Mm-hmm. In general, I think we're a very giving community. Mm-hmm. We got you guys, the Rescue Mission, doing great things. There's also a lot of other organizations mm-hmm. within Winchester that offer different services that I feel are great, and we have relationships with them as well. And I think just overall, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better place to live. Really, in a better community locally here. Yeah,
I agree. Anybody else? All agree, all in agreement. Yeah, that's why Danny has the mic. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to go back to the Rescue Mission project, we talked about others giving back in terms of the folks that we mm-hmm. work with, and you would probably agree with this, and you guys, Al is kind of one of the drivers behind this, but in essence, we're really reverse engineering this project from a financial standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to mention names because there's too many to mention, but if you drive by the Rescue Mission there, you see trucks outside. If you see a truck with a sticker on it, more than likely they're helping some way or another.
Yeah.
With the finances and so forth. I mean, they really stepped up.
That's incredible.
So you can't hear Al, but basically what he's saying is there's not a tradesman on that job that hadn't stepped mm-hmm. up somehow or another to help the project do better financially, and we're excited about that. And again, it goes back to relationships, right? So that's the good thing about it.
Yeah. I think one of the things that you shared, Danny, at our groundbreaking ceremony back in the fall, and I think you kind of wrapped up what you were talking about, during your speech, during your conversation, was that KEE's not just here for this project, but KEE will be here for any other future projects, and that really means the utmost to me. If I'm in full transparency, this was really intimidating to step into this role. We're in the middle of a capital campaign. We've got a brand new building. This is a brand new building really for the city, right? This is the first time that a permanent shelter has been built in quite a long time. So it was intimidating to me, and I really just appreciate the level of dedication that you guys have had to this project, and the back and forth and the consistent negotiations, and you guys just time and time again go to bat for us. And I feel wholeheartedly, and I know the board feels this as well, that you guys are in our corner and you guys support this project because it is so community oriented. So I appreciate y'all's really just above and beyond dedication to this project. I appreciate y'all's humor in it too. I feel like every time I walk in, y'all are slinging jokes, and every time I walk in your office, I can really appreciate that. I have no idea. I'm so glad to have Irvin and Al there too, because they're like, I'll be giving tours, and they're like, what about? And they're asking to me a very specific question, and then I feel like Al's like, who put this girl in charge? Because what? And I'm like, Al, can you explain? Yeah. And I really just top, bottom, left, right. I feel like you guys have had our back throughout this project, and I know that the Ken and Nancy McKee Foundation historically have supported us. The Rescue Mission, just general operationally too, as well. So I love you guys. I love your family. Thank you for continuing to support us. I consider you guys part of that family too. So really, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support in the many ways that you guys show it. And earlier it was mentioned that we're looking forward to springtime. So I look forward to riding with you guys here in warmer weather, because this is slightly too cold for me. So I look forward to being on the back of
I think we have
Excited.
some, I think, pretty big plans Jeff's working on for the next poker run. So I'm not
Right
gonna
on.
just
I look forward to it.
that's kind of his baby. So I'll let him disclose that at a
Yeah.
later time. But it's going to be pretty exciting, I think, this year.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, you guys. I appreciate all that y'all do. Thanks for braving the cold with me and having a conversation.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Appreciate you and everything you do.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank
Well,
you.
I appreciate it, you guys.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, y'all.
You guys have a great day.
Yep. Thanks, guys.